Fox 9, and today I have a story about the three teenagers from the White Rose. In 1943, three young German teenagers with very bright futures were brutally executed by dictator Adolf Hitler and his Nazi regime. Why would this happen to just children, you may ask? Well, these children made copies of papers stating their opinions on the evils of the Nazi regime. They were captured and arrested and were sent to a trial. This trial was very unfair and biased against the defendants. They were sentenced to death and sent to the guillotines. Such a brutal death for such young people. What the Nazis did to these teenagers is barbaric and completely unfair. They voiced their opinion and said what they believed, and they were punished in the most brutal way thinkable. They were murdered by Adolf Hitler without any justification, and they couldn't do anything about it. Unfortunately, they weren't the only ones killed by the Nazis. Adolf Hitler has committed countless atrocities, and his regime must be stopped. Thank you.
Thank you, Bennett. In other news, we have reports of a recent outbreak near the Warsaw Ghetto. Activity at the ghetto has been nice and quiet until April 19, 1943. The Germans began to liquidate or kill off the Jews in the ghetto, when suddenly the prisoners that were kept there began to rebel and continued to harass Nazi officials. The people kept at the ghetto had been ordered to surrender to Commander Stroop, the head of the camp, so that they could be transported to a camp called Treblinka. The German officials responded by burning the ghetto down, block by block, which only made the Jews even more angry. After nearly the entire camp had been burned to the ground, nearly 13,000 Jews died as a result, and about half of them were burnt alive or suffocated in the smoke. German casualties are estimated to be around 300, and it is speculated that this will not be the only large-scale revolt to occur in a ghetto. As of right now, this has been the single largest revolt led by the Jews, occurring from April 13th to April 16th. This has been Owen with Fox 9.
Hi, AJ here with Fox 9, and I'm here with Dr. Coaster, a man who saved over 2,000 Jews in the rescue of Denmark.
It's fantastic to be here.
All right, so why did you decide to save these Jews from persecution?
I saw a need for action, and these people needed help. And when the opportunity arose, I didn't hesitate to help them.
That's fantastic. Why do you think that so many people showed up other than the 140 you expected?
I think it's because the word spread through the Jewish community, and they came to us seeking a safe haven, and I can't blame them.
After you saved them, how did you feel?
Well, when we got away from the Gestapo and found refuge for the Jews, I felt a bit heroic and like I did something worthwhile, even invincible to an extent.
It was fantastic to talk to you. It was a great pleasure.
Thank you. Pleasure's all mine. Mine.
Thank you, AJ, for the interview. I am Samuel, doing arts for Fox 9. Saving the Children, written by Freya Singer, is a melancholy poem written about a girl who endured the pains of Auschwitz. A heart-wrenching piece on the daily struggles and pains of Auschwitz. Katja, whose name is later revealed, survives because of her promise. Her only promise to save the children. Saving the Children. They had taken away her hair, her shoes, her name, a bluish numeral, under the skin, her gender denied, in a sea of men, yet something of her as she still remained. In the barracks, where work makes one free, she learned to stand, motionless, from 5 to 10. For Zayla pale, camouflaging her skin, where blemishes meant selection to the left. Urging her sisters who refused the moldy soup and sawdust bread, to eat was to resist. To eat, even to eat, the pain. To eat, even when the throat gagged from the disinfecting stench. To eat, even with the swollen ears and frozen feet, and cubicles too narrow to stand or to sleep. Where one worn blanket was assigned to cover 10. To swallow, even teeth marks of gnarling capital guard, doubling back on them, the injuries from above. To remember the days, that the first day when a flick of the wrist sent your parents to the right and her to the left. "Mother, where are you?" 12-year-old Katya would scream night after night. At 16, more adult than child, she had promised to care for the children, a promise that kept her and them alive. In saving the children, food is too painful to eat, and the bed too uncomfortable to sleep, and the work they're relieving in its own way. Little Katya was stripped from her family and her name and everything she owned. Katya remembered to save the children. Thank you, AJ. Monsieur AJ with Fox.
Wait, I'll go, guys. 2, 1.
You're awful.
What are you doing?
You're awful.
You didn't say.
1, 2, 3. I'm gonna go 1, 2, 3, go. Okay.
You're not doing anything.
Oh,
Wait.
Oh,
AJ here with Fox 9, and I'm here with Dr. Koster, a man who saved over 2,000 Jews in the rescue of Denmark.
Yes, I did.
AJ, you gotta say your name.
Oh man. Oh, Sam's getting everything on video. Sam's filming this whole thing. Dude, the camera's under the case. You can't even film.
Take her on.
Do not.
Do not, baby.
Do not. Okay.
Oh! You cheated, obviously.
What do you mean I cheated on these?